You said something about God don't want you to work a 9 to 5. I don't utterly disagree with it, but I almost utterly disagree with it. But I will say that I think work is such an important part of our human experience.
Yes.
Like everything in life we do have, everything in life that is valuable, we do have to work for. That's separate, however, from the 9 to 5 capitalistic structure. You know what I'm saying? I'm not usually one to talk, capitalism this, capitalism that. You ask most of the people around me, I'm probably the most capitalist. You know what I'm saying? But there is definitely something to be said that like certain work that is available is soul sucking.
Yes. I think that's why I wanted to rephrase it. And now you brought back what I was thinking about when you were like, when I did mention it. I meant 9 to 5 in the sense of like being confined in a space and like being indoors where like you can't step out and like you can't move. You know what I'm saying? And like you're not getting enough vitamin D. It's
not healthy.
It's not healthy because like you can't eat a good meal. Like, you know, everything is on someone else's timing. Like, if you think about it now, people eat at their desks and they eat in front of a screen and they're glued to this screen all day and they're staying late to get things done. And like, you know, not that there's anything wrong with that. I just, like you were saying, the work that is available, our world is so consumed by like technology and everything now that like, that is the work that's available. You have to look at a screen. You have to be confined in a space to pick up phone calls and to like answer emails and to do Zoom meetings and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And I feel like I don't love that.
You know, I don't think anyone should or does. And I think it's one of those things where I think there's a separation and I think it's really distinct between like the work we do and the meaning of the work.
Yeah.
Where like I do think the environment, working in a cubicle, being forced to eat at your desk and like in front of the computer, that's beyond unreasonable. Okay. However, I think there's something more important that's lost.
Yeah.
When we have this conversation, and it's sort of like I feel like most people don't really see the value in their work because they don't often see the human impact of their work. Where like, you know, you talk about one of the reasons why you stick to your business, the reason why it's so important to you is because you've had so many sick people in your life, right? And you have the knowledge to know that most of the stuff that these people are suffering from are preventative. Are preventable, right? And like you make that your mission, right? And it's easy for you to connect to that part at least, right? And it's the same thing goes for me, man. You know, education, mental health, like those are so many things that like my brothers, my cousins, my friends, they've all struggled with, suffered with, and like you know, I've had friends who've attempted to kick the bucket, and it's like I have to do everything in my power to make sure you don't die, bro. Like, and sort of like, I don't know, that connection to the work, you know what I'm saying? The accessibility to that connection is limited, but it's like that is what I think was missing from most of the work available, right? I remember I worked in cybersecurity for 3 years as an intern. You remember fucking this place, I won't say it. And in my head, I'm like, yo, this shit kind of sucks.
Yeah.
But then one of my mentors was like, yo, bro, I get to protect people. I go through these codes, I look at these things, I'm protecting people. I'm not very big, I'm not very strong, but this way I can protect people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, okay, that's a perspective I didn't think. And that's also a perspective that's hard to maintain. Because not everybody in the office looked at it like that. This was someone who looked past the computer screen to the consequences of the work. But it's hard to do that sometimes when you don't see the people you're protecting.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Nah, yeah, that's that point.
That's a good point. I think I want to connect back to like you were saying that we were like made to work or like about being human, like we have to work. We have to work because like regardless of what your work was, you know, whether you're in agriculture and you're picking food.
People depend
9
on
to
you.
5. Yeah, people depend on you.
People depend on you.
Because we're just here to serve one another.
Thank you, Raina. Oh my God.
Bro, it's money made it bad, but like we're just here to serve people.
1,000%. You know, I've gotten into a numerous debates with our fellow Gen Zers about the fact that like I firmly believe the human life is made for others. You know what I'm saying? When you are born, you're born to serve others.
Oh, absolutely.
Right? Sometimes that service looks like cybersecurity. Sometimes that service looks like health and wellness. Sometimes that service looks like podcasts and writing books.
Yeah.
But it's like all of what we do is for other people. Even in the capitalistic market. You know what I'm saying? If you're making money for somebody else, I mean, you're still serving somebody else, right? Sometimes the service isn't always positive.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Okay. So I guess here's a question.
Yeah.
So what is next for Sirena Secret? Like what are y'all, are you gonna stay in this rest period for a little bit? Or are you going to like what comes after?
Bro, I need a vacation. I need to leave the country. Like I need some inspiration. I need a beach. I need, I can't take a vacation right now, and that's why I gift myself the leisure of being able to take a bike ride or take a walk or, go swing on a swing or go outside and play with my plants. Like, whatever it is that I do to give myself that moment of rest.
If you're trying to pay for Daniel to go back to school, like and subscribe.
Help the youth.
Yes, I'm the youth.
Got me writing all the time, hoping over time I can heal myself. Now over time I just hurt myself, so I just. Oh my Lord, can you help me find the light? 'Cause I fell into the dark, only you can hear my sigh. Oh my Lord, can you help me find the light? 'Cause I fell into the dark, only you can hear my sigh. I blinked 4 times and 4 years done passed by. It only felt like 4 damn minutes done passed by.